Now for the special part, or another special part of our celebration. We've mentioned our Joe Meyer tree and the dedication that Joe had to trees, the support that he gave to state forestry over the years, the support he gave me personally. This is a very, very kind of touching moment for us. I'd like to introduce Joe's son, Vince. If Vince would come forward to say a few words before we plant the tree.
Good morning, and thank you for being here. Certainly like to congratulate the other individuals and town that were recognized today. And I think one of the things my dad Joe, the first thing he'd want to do is say, "All right, kids, way to be out here." Let's have a round of applause for the kids out here to support the growth. Well, of course, we have a few thank yous to say, and on behalf of the family, my mother Mary, my brother Warren, his wife Corey, and my two nephews, Joe's grandsons, Ethan and Devin. Thanks for being here as well. Mentioning the kids, first thing, if you're not keeping track of your kids, I think I've seen a couple of them blow across the street. They're stuck along the fence over there. So make sure you have your kids when you leave before we get there. As many of you know, and I know there's a lot of friends here to thank that were friends of Dad's. And what's neat for us is to see how genuine that was, and it continues to be the story since his death, is just to see how many people's lives he touched and touched his, and what that made him. And one of the things he loved is gardening and Arbor Day. We've got pictures from I think every Arbor Day he was here, being with a big smile and here to plant things. I know he interacted with the State Forestry Division and the Capitol Grounds crew a lot. He'd be out here wandering through the trees. I've always thought that if you were to want to start Wyoming over and just grow everything that we had originally, all you'd have to do is go in the back seat of one of Dad's state cars and into the side pockets were all these seeds. Because everywhere we went, it's, where's Dad? Oh, he's wandering through that garden or that forest and picking up seeds, trying to grow things. It meant a great deal to him. But there are a few individual thank yous, and we know there's far more than we can possibly recognize. But we want to thank Carla and Dan Stackus, Kathy Ramsey, Chris Carlson, Mark Hughes, and Bill Krasper with the State Forestry Division. Thank you for all of the work that you put into this to make this happen and indeed to initiate it. Thank you also to the Capitol Grounds crew and facilities crew for all the work that you've done as well. Thank you to the University of Wyoming for the plaque that will be provided to go with the tree. I think one of the things that's neatest for family and hopefully for the friends of Joe and those who love the state, which is what he was about, is to have this tree here now and be able to drive by it. And one of the things I do now since Dad has passed, if I'm home watching a show, sitting on the couch, I imagine Dad taking a nap next to me when we're watching a nature show together. Whenever I drive by this tree, I'm just going to picture Dad out there looking at the tree, maybe pruning it a bit and enjoying the Capitol Grounds. And he loved Wyoming, and our family is so grateful for this honor to be recognized here and for all of the friendships. Thank you for all coming out today. It means a lot to us, and it would to Joe.
Thank you, Vince. And one thing that Joe did take a huge interest in was the diversity of trees that have been planted on the state capitol grounds here. But we have never planted a hot wings Tartarian maple. And I think that would have been one that Joe would have really taken an interest in. So today we will be planting a Joe Meyer Memorial Hot Wings Tartarian maple. What we need to do though is get a kind of a quick photo with the state and city elected officials and the state forester and Lauren Mitchell doing a quick gold shovel, one scoopful in the tree. And then we want to have Vince and Warren and Mary and the boys. I see you guys got your own little shovels there. Complete the planting of the tree in honor of Joe Meyer. After we're done with that, we'll go ahead and start with the seedling trees. Thank you for everybody for coming. Thank you for the sun. Take care. Oh, Lisa reminded me there's about a dozen Arbor Day cookies over at the table too, so grab a cookie when you get a tree.